Hi, everybody. I'm Dusk. Welcome to Realm of the Sacred Roots. I wanted to talk to you guys today about sometimes you are to remain hidden. Let the spirits hide you and your gifts. Before I jump in, let me say thank you to all of my subscribers. I've been getting some wonderful emails and questions from all of you. You comment on the videos, but I also have been getting emails and different stories and people asking different questions and just a wonderful exchange of ideas and discussion. So I wanted to say thank you. I really enjoy that. So let's talk about sometimes you are to remain hidden. Let the spirits hide you and your gifts. It's important. This is an important lesson I wanted to talk to you about. Let me tell you a story first. I went over to a friend's house. This was years ago. And she had a voodoo priestess friend from Louisiana who had passed on. And she wanted to welcome her spirit into our circle where we were sitting. So I said, okay, sure, why not? So she did, and I was able to see her friend and feel her energy. So a couple weeks went by, and I was meditating by myself, and I ended up, for some reason, her friend came to me during my meditation. And so she showed me this. Now this is her the voodoo priestess. She showed me a like a treasure chest. I don't know if you've seen those antique treasure chests that have those rounded tops to it. They're really, really old. So her friend showed me this. The priestess showed me this old chest, a really big old like treasure chest. And so I looked at it. It was interesting looking, and she opened up the chest. And at the time, I couldn't see what was in the chest. So when I went back to see my friend and told her that her friend came to me and during my meditation, she said, she did? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, what did she say? She was kind of in a little bit of shock that her friend would show up and come to me when I was meditating alone. Um, and I told her exactly what happened. I saw the treasure chest, there was nothing in it. And she said, well, there was no signs, there were no writings on the chest. I said, I didn't see any. Well, what was in the box? She said. And I said, there was nothing in there. I didn't see anything in there. And so it wasn't until later on in our relationship that I realized it was time to break off from this particular friend. And now looking back and going over different experiences in my head, I realized there was a reason that certain things weren't revealed to me at the time because I'm a pretty open friend. I'll talk to you about anything. I have no I don't there's not much I would want to hide from anybody who I would consider a friend. Well, anyways, and the same with her. I would talk to her and tell her anything and everything that I saw. But I realized something in retrospect, looking back, that at certain times in your life, the spirits will hide things from you and not show you the full breadth of what they want to show you at the time, usually protecting you from yourself. And that's what happened to me in that scenario, that the spirits were actually showing me, the priestess showed me just enough to so I knew that there was something there, but it wasn't to the point of showing me the details at that time of drawings on the chest and what was actually in the chest. So there's a reason for that. And I realized I didn't realize it at the time, but now I know that sometimes you have to remain hidden. You have to allow the spirits to hide you and your gifts. It wasn't until later that I realized that I knew I had voodoo in my line, but that those spirits were associated with me and things like that. Hence the reason I believe the voodoo priestess came to me. And it wasn't until later, coming into myself, my full power, that I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. But at the time, that wasn't for my so-called friend to know what gifts there were. And that's what was supposed to be in the chest, by the way. If you guys ever come across that in any of your meditations, usually it houses your gifts and your powers, and it tells you what belongs to you. So that was really interesting. That was the first example. The second thing I wanted to tell you is, excuse me, in life, if you have a period of time where your friends seem to disappear, they fall off of off of the face of the earth, your family disappears, it seems like your mentors drop off, usually there's a point, and it happens a few times for some people in their lives, where it seems like people are being cleared out of your life. And sometimes it's just a natural progression of cleansing and reassessing the friends and people that you have in your life. Sometimes that's just a natural progression where we need to look back and say, okay, maybe I don't need this person. Maybe I've been a better friend to this person than they've been to me. And sometimes it's the spirits working on your behalf to get certain people who are stagnant in your life, who don't need to be there anymore, who are not contributing to your growth, to get them out of your life. They don't need to be there if they're not contributing to your growth. We have one life to live, so we need to make the best of it. And sometimes that old, that old stench, I don't know how else to say it, that's remaining, is just dragging you down. It's almost like dead ends on your hair, where sometimes you'll need to go get it trimmed off so the rest of your hair can bounce back and be as healthy as it can be. Sometimes these people in your lives are basically dead weight, and we just need to shed them, whether it's temporarily or permanently. So let the spirits do their work. Some of it, don't cry and carry on, gosh, you're out of my life. This goes for relationships as well. Sometimes the universe, the spirits, our guides, our ancestors, right? Angels, they know what's best for us, your higher self. They want what's best for you. Allow them to move people in and out of your life. And then you assess and see if this is healthy for you or not. But don't have a big fit when it's time for them to go. They got to go. You have to progress. We only have one, well, in this lifetime, we have one shot at this. So let's make the best of that. Um, there's a saying in the Bible. I believe it's a scripture, but I don't want to. I'm just going to paraphrase it. Don't throw your pearls before swine. Don't throw your wisdom. Don't throw your gifts. Don't throw your goodness before pigs who are just going to, swine who's just going to trample over it and not appreciate you for who you are. Again, sometimes you remain hidden. Have you ever been on a phone call and say, oh crap, I forgot to tell so and so this, and you've already hung up the phone? If that happens to me, most of the time, for me, it's I wasn't supposed to tell that person this. Now, sometimes you could just be busy and have a long conversation, just completely forget what you were supposed to tell them. Other times, it's like, you know what? Maybe there was a reason why I wasn't supposed to tell so and so this. There's probably a reason why. Let it go. Sometimes you are to remain hidden. When we initially do our prophetic training, um, there is a point where they say that God, right, your higher power hides you during training, because in a way you're still, I don't want to say childlike or a baby, but you're still learning. You haven't come into your full power yet. You don't have all the spirits working around you that need to work with you and around you yet. Everything's getting lined up in place for you. So they say that your higher power, that God, hides you until you can get everything, until everything around you gets situated in order to protect you, in order to look out for you and to line things up for you in your life. So they hide you so that the enemy can't come and snatch you out of God's hands prior to you coming into your full power, right? So I've always had that concept of being hidden at times. There's a reason for it. Let the spirits, let them hide you. There's a reason for it at times. I'm not sure. I feel like the message is for somebody, but I really felt compelled to do this video tonight. I had other things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get more, I wanted to finish my necromancy videos and get into sex magic next, maybe blood magic, but I was compelled to do this video tonight, and it means something. The same as when you're sitting at a traffic light, or if you're in front of somebody, it's a long traffic light, somebody driving super slow gets in front of you, they slow you down for a reason. Have you heard that before? Where it's like, okay, there may have been an accident waiting up down the road, and it could have been you, but there's a reason why you were held back and didn't end up going faster than as you would have liked, but that was protecting you. There's a reason for all of this. So they say that you remain hidden. That way it doesn't open you up to unnecessary attacks. That makes perfect sense. This is what we're talking about. Also, take a look. It's the timing of the universe. Let the universe do its job. Let the spirits do their job. I just want to encourage you not to get frustrated when something seems to slow you down, when information from the spirit world isn't revealed all at once to you. There's a reason for it. It's probably to protect you from yourself or from those associations that are around you that would do you harm, even if it wasn't intentional. People have a way of doing that. When they hear something good that's going on for you unintentionally, they can still send things your way. That's just how it is, and they might not mean to do that. So allow the spirits to do their job. Allow your guides, your angels, your ancestors to work for you. That's what they're there for, to work for you. So again, allow yourself to remain hidden. Let them do their jobs and try not to get frustrated about it. Sometimes you're still learning, you're still grasping things, you are organizing things in your head. Let them line up your presence. You let them line everything up for you. Let them put your guardians, your protectors, the spirits that should be around you. Let them line all that up, and then they'll give you the knowledge that you need to go forth and do wonderful things. Just be patient with the whole process. Allow yourself to remain hidden. It's only for a short season until you blossom and come out, and nothing will be able to stop you. But I just want to encourage you, don't be discouraged. It's only for a short period of time that you need to remain hidden. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.